On Your Sideline.
Sponsored by Chandler Law Firm.
Well, this is certainly not the result I saw coming. While redemption and the taste of sugar was on every dog's mind before Thursday night, for the second straight year, Georgia leaving New Orleans with a bad taste in their mouths. Several things went wrong for Georgia in their rematch against the Rebs, nearly all of them in the second half. We'll get to one of them in particular in just a second. Georgia's 5-point advantage after 3 quarters quickly disappeared as everyone got front row seats to the Trinidad Jambliss show. The Rebels quarterback threw for 362 yards and 2 touchdowns, sending UGA's defense spiraling in the final 15 minutes. The loss not only marks back-to-back in the Sugar Bowl for the Dogs, but the first time in the last 75 games where Georgia entered the fourth quarter with a lead and didn't come out on top.
They played much better and tougher and more physical on defense, created some problems for us, and their quarterback is just incredible. I mean, he does an unbelievable job of not giving up sacks and making plays with his legs, and they made, more plays than we did. And I got to be honest, that's part of football. They made more and out-executed us, out-coached us, outplayed us.
Now here's where things began to take a turn for the Dogs. Down just 3 points with over 9.5 minutes left to go, the Dogs offense lines up to go for it on 4th and 2 from their own 33-yard line. Gunnar Stockton dropping back to pass and taking a sack and a fumble with him to the turf. Ole Miss would take over with great field position, taking just 2 plays and 29 seconds off the clock, stretching their lead to 10 points. Kirby saying after the game that's not what the game plan was for that play.
We screwed that up a little bit. We had a misfire there. It was a change up from the look we had done twice, and we knew teams were going to sit back and not honor us because we had not snapped it on those plays in 2 different locations, 2 different times, and the ball was not supposed to be snapped in that situation. But that was on us as coaches. It was on me and our guys. It's not on the players, and Gunnar and those guys did a nice job executing it. At worst there, we would have gotten a delay and given our punter, who's one of the best punters in the country, 5 yards to give up or call timeout. But we didn't execute. So in hindsight, it didn't work.
Now, if you want to play devil's advocate, Georgia did wipe that out, eventually tying the game at 34 with less than a minute left to go. While it was a tipping point in the game, Kirby says you can't just blame one play for that loss.
That did not cost us the game, let me assure you, because we came back, scored, kicked another one, got the game tied, had a chance to win it, called a good play for the coverage they were in, and we didn't make the play.
So a crazy stat that I saw after the game was Georgia finishes the 2025 season with a final record of 12-2, having beat all 12 of the teams that they face. So there's a reason why it's hard to beat the same team twice is such a cliche. The Sugar Bowl marks the first time Georgia has lost their same season rematch against any opponent. Credit where credit is due. Ole Miss doing all of this without the man who got them into the playoffs. Pete Golding took over for Lane Kiffin right before Selection Sunday. None of that noise bothering him as the Rebs advance and are now 2 games away from a national title.
I think you got a lot of guys on other teams that don't love football. There's one thing about this group, they love football. They love competing, they like practicing, they like preparing, and they like playing. And I think at this point in the year, you better have a group of guys that still wants to play. Because every time you go out there and you spot the ball, you're playing for another opportunity to play. And these guys aren't tired of playing, and it's fun watching them.
With that, ladies and gentlemen, the Georgia football season comes to another disappointing finish. Not all news is bad news, though. The Dogs are still the back-to-back reigning SEC champions. Gunnar Stockton likely to return even better in his senior season. And Georgia will have a chance for sweet revenge when they travel to Oxford the first week of November to face the Rebs once again. So thanks for following along this season right here on News 1226 as we close the book on the college football season.